In this video tutorial, we are going to explore the different printer settings available. To begin, please go to the System Control panel, and once you are there, you will need to locate and click on the Printer Setup section right here. Alright, there are 3 pages here where you can make settings. Now this one on the left, this print order, the print order setting corresponds to this specific type of printed order in Chinese is commonly called the kitchen order slip. When you place an order, a slip will be printed out in the kitchen for the chefs. Essentially, this slip is transmitted and sent directly to the kitchen for preparation. However, sometimes the preparation area, especially the front of house, also needs a slip for their reference. That is, the dishes prepared in the kitchen, the front of house also wants to have a copy of the order. For example, it simplifies serving dishes. Once a meal is sent out, you can cross it off. So now, for this table, only the braised beef with licorice remains. This is called the kitchen order slip. Alright, if you want to, once you click Accept when placing the order, immediately print a slip for the front of house, then a slip will be printed here. If you want 2 copies, it prints 2. If you want 3, it prints 3, etc. Alright, so as for the printer used for the front of house, most of the time it prints directly in the pantry area. There might be a printer in the pantry area, and that printer is usually called pantry. If there isn't a separate printer for the pantry, then it will print together at the front desk, which is called front desk. In this case, it will print in Chinese. What about the option for other in English? It just means other in Chinese. So if it's a Thai restaurant, it would be in Thai. If it's a Vietnamese restaurant, it would be in Vietnamese. If it's a French restaurant, it would be in French. But usually it's in Chinese, since most of the time it's for Chinese restaurants. So whether it's in English, Chinese, or if you choose to print both languages together, you can easily adjust the specific font size for English, the size for Chinese, and you can also customize the numbers. That refers to the quantity, which is exactly how many portions there are. For example, if there are 4 orders of curry prawns, then the number 4 would be shown because it's possible. Larger numbers are clearer, avoiding confusion between 3 portions and 8. Now, regarding the kitchen ticket, should the date be printed on it? What about the time? And is it set to print automatically? That is, when I press Accept, will it print out automatically? If it's not set to print automatically, then you simply do not need to check that option. After making these changes, just click on this button right here to save your settings. Here you define the layout and details of the bill for checkout. Alright, when you press Print Bill, this is where you set up the print bill for checkout. So, where exactly does this bill get printed? It gets printed from the front desk. So how many copies do you print? Usually just 1. Alright, in most Chinese restaurants in the UK, the bill customers receive is usually in English, so just print it in English. But if you're in Chinatown, or if you do a lot of business with students in university areas, then you can print it in both Chinese and English. So just print it in both languages. Alright, as for the English and Chinese fonts, and the number of copies, etc. As for the pre-line, it refers to the blank space at the top of the bill. If it's set to 0, there will be less blank space, which saves some paper. But if you need to fit in things like a scroll bar, and if there isn't enough space there, once you try to squeeze it in, you won't be able to see the top part of the bill. So usually in the kitchen you would set it a bit larger because everything needs to be squeezed in there. So you reserve more blank space at the top. As for the bill for settling the check, that one is usually printed out. Whether or not to print the date, time, or the VIP number, and whether to print the order number or how many people there are. Alright, so this is about printing the receipt for your customer. When a customer asks for a receipt at checkout, right when they pay, you have a button called Print Receipt, so you can easily print out a receipt for them. Okay, so where exactly does it print to? Again, do you need to print the specific date? Do you need to print the full VAT number and so on? Do you also print the specific table number and so on? Okay, so right here is where you define the detailed kitchen configuration settings, and this part is very important. It is actually a bit more complicated. Where does the kitchen print to? Well, it prints directly to the designated kitchen printer. Alright, so when printing the kitchen order, do you print the dish number or the price? Usually the kitchen doesn't really need the price. So you print the dish number, for example, curry chicken is number 32, curry beef is number 33, curry prawns is number 34, and so on, because some kitchens refer to the dish number on the order slip. So how many copies does the kitchen need to print? Is it just one copy? Or maybe one copy for the soup station, one for the prep area, and another for the head chef? In that case, you would need to print 3 copies. Alright, when printing, the English text is usually a bit smaller and the Chinese text is a bit larger, as well as the font size for the quantity. Okay, as for this order slip, it usually needs to be inserted into the ticket holder. Just slide it in. There are some beads inside, and once you push the slip in, it will stick there. So, for this specific part, you really need to leave just a little bit more blank space at the very top. Now, when you are getting ready for the printing process, do all of the dishes need to be organized and sorted according to their individual item numbers? In other words, do you need to rearrange and reorder them? Because when you're entering the items, maybe the first dish is number 2, the second dish is number 80, the third dish is number 5, and the fourth dish is number 16. That would be quite messy. So what this means is it will help you organize them in order starting from number 2, 5, 16 up to 80. This makes it much easier for the kitchen staff to read because if the numbers are close, those dishes are usually similar. If plain rice is number 80, fried rice is 81, and chicken fried rice is 82. This makes it easier to manage when sorted properly. So should the kitchen ticket have the date and time printed on it? When you place an order, it will automatically print on the right side. This is the kitchen. The ticket will be sent to this printer and print 2 copies, right? Okay. The counter over at the takeout area also needs a copy printed. So this one is for takeout, and what about the other one? The wok station also needs a printed copy of the order. So this is the printer for the wok station. Alright, well then, let's go ahead and save it right here.